Hi, welcome to the new vlog. I just finished recording. I didn't look at the footage yet, but for the video that was before this for you, hopefully I uploaded it. I've been knitting a hot water bottle cover, and I still have a little bit to go. So I recorded the process of it, and hopefully something good is going to come out of it, so I can upload it for you to see. And if you already saw it, then you know whether it's any good or not. And if I didn't upload it, then now you know what was my plan. So I just finished recording a little bit of it, and that video is supposed to have come out on Wednesday for you guys. But now I'm going to finish this little bit today and do the curving and then seam it up. This is the yarn that I bought a couple of weeks ago in that shop where I went. It was the Knitathon episode, and the shop that kind of has everything, and I just wanted to try it out. It was very cheap. It was like €1.50 for 100 grams, 550 meters, and 80% acrylic and 20% wool. But it's really nice. It's really nice and soft. So now knitting with it, I'm thinking that maybe even a jumper out of it would be nice, because this is the first thing that I'm knitting with. The weather is changing, and now, okay, I'm in short sleeves, but I feel like in the evening I do put a very light jumper on. But I do feel even now I might need to. It's like there in between that. Right now I'm a little bit cold during the day, but I would be too hot if I wore a jumper. And I am wearing my hand knit socks, and these ones I'm trying out. I knitted them a couple of months ago, and I'm trying out because I used Drops Flora, which has no nylon in it, and that is alpaca and wool blend, and I knitted it on a very tight gauge on 1.75 millimeter needles. And I used, I don't know how well you can see, but I used here the chart from the Mosaic bundle that I released a couple of months ago, and then I just striped them a little bit there. It was just an experimentation, more so I can see how the yarn works out for socks, because they're really soft, and I don't wash my socks normal washing anyway. I always put them either in the washing machine on a wool setting with other woolens or by hand. So socks don't really need to be super washed for me. And I wanted to see how these ones work out, because when I tried Drops Flora holding it with a strand of mohair, they worked perfectly. But I wanted to try on this tight gauge to see how they work on their own without mohair. We harvested our sweet potato. Actually, let me show you that. Here is the bucket of our sweet potato, and the raised bed is completely empty. So now I have to, let me actually go there. So this is the raised bed, and it's completely empty now. I have to see if I'm gonna plant sweet potato in it again, or something else for the winter.
Yeah. Here's to the good days, here's to the sorrows. If this is a mistake, I know about tomorrow. I don't wanna fight no more, cause I don't feel the need no more, no. Just wanna make it stop. Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does. A good run, don't say we didn't.
I finished the cover for the hot water bottle, and I tested it right away. I I put the hot water inside to see how the yarn is going to react, because as I said, because it's 80% acrylic, I wasn't sure whether, actually I was actually afraid. I don't have a lot of experience with acrylic, so I was afraid that it might melt from the heat. I mean, I don't know if that was a reasonable worry, but that's what I was thinking about. That's what I was worrying about. And it's fine. So 80% acrylic, 20% wool, and it worked fine. There was no change from what I see inside in the actual fabric. Maybe, but no, it worked fine. So I filled it up yesterday and I used it with very hot water and it worked fine. Now the thing is that next time what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to make a little bit of a tighter gauge, because the holes in the fabric, which would be fine for a garment or for a shawl, that kind of a loose fabric, even though it's not a loose gauge, but it's not very tight. The bottle was too hot for me on my body. It was bearable, but the insulation, I think it would be a bit better if I didn't have those gaps in between, and if the fabric was a bit tighter. The other one that I have, this one, that one I held it with mohair, so I think mohair fills up those gaps, and I was knitting on the same gauge that I would a garment, let's say. So I didn't adjust the gauge for the actual hot water bottle. So I don't know whether I need to adjust the gauge and make it more dense, or maybe do mosaic on it or color work. Either way, it's working. Both of them are working. They're working fine. It's just one little thing that I found, that it was a bit too hot, the bottle. So I know for next time. And at least that's done. I'm gonna keep that one for myself. So I have two, and then I'm gonna make more for presents if I want. But I actually, the other night when I was using it, because these are small ones, I had one on my belly, but I wanted to have another one. So maybe a bigger one would have been better, but if I have two of the smaller ones, then it's fine. So today what I'm thinking to do is, well, I cleaned a bit. That's enough for today. I'm not cleaning anymore. And I had a really lovely conversation with a friend of mine. Somebody that, this is actually the first time, she's in Australia, and this is the first time actually that we spoke face to face and that we met like that. But I've considered her a friend for some years now, and I had a feeling that we would really click. And I met her through this channel. And we finally arranged to have a conversation, to have a video call, and we did. And it was such a joy. I finished the call and I had this grin on my face, which I think is going to last me for the whole video. So that's a nice thing that happened today. And as far as making, what I'm thinking to do today, what I'm thinking to work on, is the jumper, the second sleeve of this jumper. Sorry, the door opened. I don't know if you can hear the crack, the squeakiness. This jumper that I showed you on the Knitathon episode, I believe, and a couple of episodes ago. And I didn't work on it since. Maybe I did like one or two rounds. So I have this sleeve, which is done in mosaic stitch, and I'm working on the second sleeve, and I don't have much to go. So I think I might pick that up today, since I finished the other project. I have so many projects on the go, but at least to kind of like start slowly finishing them up. And so I'm working on this sleeve now. So then I'm thinking maybe 1 or 2 nights, and this one will be finished as well. It's still not warm enough to wear jumpers, as I said, during the day, but I'm looking forward to this one. I think this one is going to be so versatile, whether with jeans or even with black trousers. I think it's going to look really nice. So I'm looking forward to wearing this. I mean, don't look at it now like this, it's all wrinkled and stuff. So yeah, that's the plan to work on today. And I didn't even think about tomorrow. I'm going to make my list later on today. Usually in the evening, I always make lists. I'm full of lists. That's something that saves me. It's how my mind works, because if I don't have lists, I don't end up doing anything. And not everything has to be completed from the list, obviously, but it's just to organize my mind. Whether it can be for, you know, to do things like the things that I need to buy, or the cleaning stuff, or making stuff, whatever it is, just to kind of have the idea of how the next day is going to look like. And then whether I, as I said, go through everything on the list, it's not that important, but just to kind of have a preset idea of how the day is going to look like. So I'm going to do that later on today. But for today, I think we're working on the mosaic jumper.
Maybe it's something in the water, or maybe we just hit the end of the road. Right now it doesn't even matter. It's too late not to let it go. And that's why I wish you the best and say goodbye. You start to get dressed and then we cry, 'cause we both know it's gonna hurt, but not as much as this does.
There's 3 dragon fruits that I need to harvest, because they are kind of getting a little bit soft, which is the perfect time for harvesting. And these 2 here, these are a bit smaller, but they're ready for picking. And I have to wait until they're ripe on the actual cactus, because dragon fruit doesn't ripen when it's cut. So you have to wait until it's ready on the dragon fruit. At least that's what I read. And these seem ready, so I'm going to pick them today. I also want to show you our banana tree, because look, little bananas. I saw the flower a couple of weeks ago, this flower, and I knew that the bananas are going to form, but I didn't check, and now I came to check and I saw that they're growing. Well, you know, all these lists that that I wrote, the to-do list for yesterday, well, none of that happened. I had a migraine yesterday, bad migraine, and I ended up basically staying all day in bed. And I think what triggered it was lack of sleep, because for a while now I've been doing a lot of work, especially during the night, and I think it kind of caught up with me. So the fact that I slept all day yesterday, I would just get up, eat something or have a coffee, and then go back to bed. By the evening, I already started feeling better. So I think catching up on sleep helped me, and I think maybe that is what triggered it. But the video of how I was making the hot water bottle cover, that got released, and I'm so happy that so many of you found it useful, at least the ones that commented and that let me know, because I wasn't sure. I mean, I was just recording my process, and I wasn't sure if I was explaining it well, so I didn't even know if it's going to go live. But you said that you found it useful, so I'm very, very happy about that. So hopefully you can make, and if you're making some hot water bottle covers that way, and if you're posting them on Instagram or somewhere else, then maybe you can tag me so I can see them, because they're really good gifts. And not just gifts, it's nice. I mean, for me, I like the ones that I make for myself to keep, and when I use it, I was like, yeah, I made that. So, but I did last night, even though I slept all day, I did work on the mosaic sleeve. And I'll show you the progress. I'm not finished, but I am on the last, the yarn. But I am on the last repeat. So it's a 16 stitch repeat by 16 rows. And I am on the last of the 16 rows. So here it is, and let me go compare it to the other sleeve. So if I put these sleeves two together, no, okay, here you go. For a second there I thought, how come it's that the new one is longer? So if you see, I have just this little bit much more to do, and then the ribbing, which possibly tonight, and then it's going to be done. But that means that you're not going to be able to see it in this vlog washed and blocked. So for the next vlog, I also, the last thing that I actually wrote down I wanted to say is that I told you my parents went to Belgrade, and couple of months ago I knitted a jumper from my hand spun yarn. It was a drop shoulder jumper, and when my cousin came over I asked her to try it because she has these beautiful broad shoulders, and I thought that this, because it's very straight, it's a rectangle, and I asked her to try it. At that time I didn't have any sleeves on it, and she tried it and it fit her beautifully. So I told her that I'm going to finish that jumper and send it to her when my parents go to Belgrade. So I did. I finished the jumper. She sent me the picture. It looks so good on her. I'm not going to include that picture because I don't know if she would be okay with that. I didn't even ask her, and now I'm recording, so I don't have time to ask her for that. But I do have a photo of how that looked on me when I finished it, so I'm going to insert it somewhere here. And that handspun yarn was really luxury and special fibers. It had merino and camel and alpaca and silk and cashmere. It was just like really, really special yarn and very drapey. And now when she received it, first of all, she told me she loved it, but she sent me the photo as well, and I was just so glad that that it looks so good on her, and she said that it fits perfectly as well. So yeah, that's that. I hope you like this video. I hope you're well, and I will speak to you soon. Bye for now.
Before we make this even